News with Gina.
The news with Gina Grad.
Well, for a second day in a row, an armed student at a school in Wisconsin was shot and wounded by a school resource officer. This is very weird. On Tuesday, a 16-year-old student at Oshkosh West High School was shot after he allegedly stabbed a police resource officer. Investigators say the unidentified student approached the officer, stabbed him in the wrist. The officer quickly responded by firing one shot at the student, which made me think of the London police, just the one shot. Both were treated for injuries and expected to recover. And then another day, a resource officer in Waukesha shot a 17-year-old student who had pointed a pellet gun at him. The student was shot in the leg and the arm and is expected to make a recovery. Both incidents, schools were evacuated and each student is facing felony charges.
God, I just had this bizarre thought, which is like when I grew up, watching like Cop 70 shows, they'd go down to the firing range or they'd do the training center. It had it in a bunch of movies too. And it's like guys walk in. There's a Clint Eastwood movie that started this way. I think maybe Dirty Harry or something. Okay. And it's like cardboard bank robber would come out and he had like a woman who's holding groceries, like bang, bang. And then kid, oh, that's a kid. And then, you know, good guy, bad guy, like good guy, bad guy. But it was always like, bank robber, liquor store robbery, you know, guy wearing mask and bandana, whatever. Now we're going to do those at schools?
With the kids.
We're going to be like a long, simulated, like long hallway with lockers on each side, and you're going to have a kid run by, like, he's got a gun, don't shoot that one.
Shoot the one in the duster.
Then the other kid.
Nerd busts out of the locker.
Right.
Yes.
Like, that's going to be the new training course? Ugh. What was it? Must have been Dirty Harry.
It sounds very Dirty Harry.
Clint Eastwood-y beginning.
Lampshaded Men in Black.
Also, the one that took place in like Newhall or something. The one that was
the recent one.
The recent one.
Oh, Newhall, yeah.
Right.
I was in Connecticut. Yeah.
You guys know where that gun came from?
Mm-mm.
Anybody?
No.
It's interesting. The guy made the gun.
That's right. Yes.
Oh, was that 3D printed?
I don't know how,
kit gun.
but he made it, and you don't hear anything about it because all the no gun advocates don't go, he got an illegal or he bought that thing on the internet or like they're not interested in that because that doesn't help their cause at all. He made that gun.
Yeah.
If he bought, it wasn't.
He built it.
So
like from parts?
Yes.
Wow.
I'll tell you.
It wasn't from. So if he had got an assault rifle and he got it at a gun show in Pomona, then you'd be hearing 24, every politician, everything. But he made the gun, so there's no cause they can get involved with. Still dead people, just he made the guns. They're not.
Because there's nothing you can do for that.
Yeah, they're not excited. Well, it kind of fucks up their argument. Like, it's sort of like, okay, then make a whole bunch of legislation, but this guy made a gun.
But how many people are going to really make guns?
I don't think that many.
Hopefully not.
You know what I mean? So that's why it's kind of a moot argument.
You got to feel like his shop teacher was like, no! Come on!
So much promise!
So much promise!
Anakin, you were the chosen one!
Reminds me of a young me!
Yeah, apparently they're called ghost guns because they have no serial number. And it's an unserialized pistol. The LA County Sheriff's Department confirmed there was a .45 caliber handgun crudely assembled from parts available for purchase without a background check. So he put it together.
Wow. So now it's like, what do you do with that? How do we do gun parts? Like, it's just all. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry. Clint Eastwood was in at the beginning of Dirty Harry. As long as we're taking a walk down Adam Carolla memory lane, I did that same thing at a firing range when I was trying out for the Hawthorne SWAT team.
Wait, what?
You're the SWAT or you're not?
You tried out for the SWAT team?
It was a bit, but I still got to do all the fun SWAT stuff.
Were you good?
For a comedian? He was
I got attacked by the dog that takes you down. I got tasered by the taser.
How did the taser feel?
It sucked because it's not the kind of taser like the handheld one that takes the AA batteries. Right? This is the one with the spikes and the claws and the
the part that
and the
launches
wire.
at you.
I think your actual response was that sucked.
It did suck. Yeah, they put it. What they basically say, like, tape them to your ankles. They don't fire it at you. They like tape it to your ankles, and then they go.
Not interested.
Then they put two guys next to you, and they go, "You're going down." So be prepared. And of course, the worst part is right before he does it, because they're like, "Okay, you ready to do this?" And you're like,
That's some audio.
Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me.
Sounds like Adam.
But at some point, I went down to the firing range and I just fired everything they had, and I'd never even fired a gun at that point in my life.
Were you shocked at the shotgun? Because I did that maybe like 2 years ago with my dad. And the shotgun, what is it, the reverberation?
Oh, the kickback.
The kickback. Oh, my God. I thought I was going to die.
Yeah, it's yesterday. I'm sure I could find it, but yesterday I came up on my...
recoil.
Yeah, the
That's
recoil.
the word we're looking
Holy
for. Yeah.
moly.
On my Facebook memories from like 11 years ago, it's the first time I shot a 12 gauge, and I'm getting ready, and it jerks so bad, and I thought I was going to crack a tooth.
Yeah.
I mean, you really do
I
think
thought
your
it took
teeth are
off
going
my
to crack.
shoulder.
Yep,
I
absolutely.
freaked out.
The thing that was tough, I had no
I
problem.
have video of it because I'm like,
You two are going to find these.
I will. I'll show
You
it to
can, Max Pat, you can fast forward to the shooting range part. But the thing that hurt is they took a shotgun, but they do a thing called like a slug round or something where they take this big musket ball and they put it in it, and you fire the big musket ball, and that's what gives like the crazy kickback thing. Let's see. They have me down at the range talking to the guy, but they let me fire everything. But the joke was, it's the next one. Sorry, you can keep going, Max Pat. But I was firing at they give you a mailbox to stand behind. Let me hear talk to the guy. Sorry, they gave me this.
Why the mailbox?
They're supposed to be like city
Keep it
street
real.
or
Urban,
something.
yeah.
And the parcels, they do need to send out equipment and things like that. They didn't have room in the break room.
It's a dangerous assignment, that mailman.
They had one, Max Pat, where they had like the bad guy and the woman in front, like he was holding her
The
hostage, and it was like on the reel. It was 25 yards away. Sorry, there it is. Sorry.
So you have to get him and not her.
Right.
You think so?
Oh, my Lord. No.
She's praying.
Would have probably cleared her shoulder and probably caught him, in his shoulder.
Yeah.
That's my plan.
Okay.
I don't want him to think I'm shooting at the perp. My plan is I'm shooting at the hostage, but the bullet's passing through.
The guy took me totally seriously. Like all I did, it was like it's a woman and a guy, and all I did was hit the woman with the machine gun, and I was seriously explaining that the bullet's going to go through her and hit him, and he's like, "Yeah, no, that won't work.
Don't do that."
That makes me feel like an episode of Nathan For You when he's trying to convince them of like his stupid idea. That's
Nathan For You.
Like Dumb Starbucks.
Wait, have you not seen that?
he's
Just
never
great.
seen it.
He's
been in
great.
here.
Adam, it's amazing.
Have I seen it?
Well, you were doing Nathan For You before Nathan was born, obviously.
Oh.
So,
Was he a guest
but
on
you'll
the show?
love it. It's so good.
I think he was
I think he
a
was.
long time ago.
Oh my God, love it.
He was, anyway, as you can imagine, the Hawthorne SWAT members are pretty serious dudes. So when you're firing bullets and
how I
explaining
like
it's
my
going
SWAT
through
members.
the hostages. Magnum Force was the movie
Magnum Force.
that had Dirty Harry
I was going for Deadpool.
in it at the beginning. But yeah, always inevitably at the end, one of those guys would blow the head off like a civilian, and then their instructor would be like, "Harry, you're doing pretty good up until now." And it's like, sometimes you gotta go. Like they did some weird
Break
thing
a
like
few
that.
eggs.
Yeah, that was the beginning. Sorry. All right, what do you got, Gina? Oh, the pistol. Yeah, weird. And now this one, and now everyone's. Can we have school? I was leaving a movie theater on Saturday night in whatever mall, and the Rent-A-Cop was packing.
Yeah, they are now.
They had a gun right there, and they wanted everyone to see that they had a gun. Yeah, it's no more like you and a windbreaker with a taser hang out here. Like, what is that going to do?
Yeah, those days are over, especially movie theaters.
Right.
So People magazine has named 4 people who made a big impact this year as 2019's People of the Year.
MariaMenunous, and who else?
She was number 5.
Oh.
This year's issue honors Jennifer Aniston, Jennifer Lopez, Michelle Obama, and Taylor Swift because they, quote, had an impact on our culture and moved us and entertained us.
Is these women or
No,
just people?
Women or people?
Two?
Breaking news.
What is this? Was I there for that vote?
Yeah, no, I think you slept in that day. That's why they all got nominated. Aniston was chosen for her work on the Apple TV series The Morning Show, which has anyone seen yet?
Have not seen it. With
Very interested
Reese
in that.
Witherspoon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I have
Steve
heard
Carell,
that.
I think.
I have heard that it is a show.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
J-Lo is recognized for her performance in Hustlers and a tour, concert tour.
She might be an Oscar nominee, you guys.
You keep saying that,
Get
Brian.
prepared for a world where Jennifer Lopez is Best Supporting Actress nominee.
Michelle Obama was selected for her continued work to improve education for girls around the world and her memoir. And Taylor Swift, fighting to protect her creative rights and releasing another hit album, earned her entry into this issue. The issue will feature 4 different covers featuring all of the honorees.
Yeah.
4 people of the year.
All right.
Oh, boy.
All right. Shouldn't someone invent something to cure something?
It'd be nice.
I'm a little more of that, less than.
Less
She
Hustler?
sold out a concert tour. Okay.
Or didn't.
She got a $30 million book advance. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
this is all stuff
She's
where they
in a
make
show.
a bunch of money.
She's on a show that no one's seen.
I'd kind of like something where they pulled someone out of a burning building or
what about
cured something.
Greta Thunberg? She's
Yeah,
hot.
what about
People like
Greta?
talking about little Greta.
Oh man, that girl! She has a lot of gravitas
She
in her
does.
voice. Like, oh
She
my
does.
god,
Very, very
Kevin
serious.
is so bad about her. He's like, her parents are actors. I'm like, honey, this is a young girl who's got like a passion, and he wants to. No, he
I
can't.
feel like
feelings.
if she came into my office on a Friday night and went, Adam, you must leave and you must go out and pedal a bike that powers the generator. I'd go like, okay, where do I go?
Fine, stop
How
yelling.
dare you?
Let me get dressed. No! There's no time for that. You must leave. Be gone. And I'd be like, okay, I'm going to say bye to my kids. No!
No time.
It's too late for them.
You must
And
sacrifice.
you're going to travel by raft from now on.
Yes, that's right.
But we're doing a show in Vegas. By raft. Okay, she said by raft. Can I hug my kids? No. It's too many energy. Too much energy used, dog.
It's too late for them.
Carbon
It's too
emission.
late. It's upon us.
By breathing.
Is this some of the last moments we have? I'd be like, okay, 14-year-old, what else? Go make your bed. I'd go, okay, sorry. Lynette does that. No, it's not. I saw and it wasn't. Now go. And by the way, you can't have pets. No. Oh, they eat, and then they flatulate. They're farting all the time. The methane. No, you're now soy-based.
Oh.
Now, go pedal that bicycle that powers the generator. And I'd go, but it's cold outside. You go.
A week later, your friend's like, what happened to Adam? You got Greta.
The car.
Thunberg.
The Newman cars.
Yeah.
Problematic.
Oh, they gotta go.
Problematic. Those are gone. I already put them up on eBay. Oh, okay, no reserve. No reserve. Okay, can I bid on them? No. Okay. Now, you're living in too many square feet. You got to live in a lean-to in the back. We'll put you in a sweat lodge made from pelts. You may go there. It's only heated by the sun. You may not burn any fossil fuels. I'd be like, okay, I'm sorry. Can I get some tap water? No. You drink from the stream, or you can
Dig a well.
You can ingest your own tears. I feel like that one. Like, I would listen.
Yeah.
She yelled at me to get out of my own house. I'd just run.
Yeah.
It's a good motivator.
She is. She's fiery.
Yeah. She has gravitas. Yeah. People are underestimating the force of angry kids. Is that from her?
Yeah.
Do you have her speech to the United Nations or whatever it is?
The How Dare You speech?
It is.
Is that a lyric from Les Mis?
I got her speech matched up with some John Denver.
Oh, man.
My message is that we'll be watching you. How dare you?
You fill up my senses.
This is all
like
wrong.
a night in a forest.
I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school.
Like the mountains in spring.
Your mouth to God's ears, bitch.
How dare you?
Like a walk in the rain.
You all come to us young people for hope.
Like a storm in the desert.
How dare you?
Like a sleepy blue ocean.
You have stolen my dreams with your empty words.
Fill up my senses.
How dare you?
Come fill me again.
How dare you?
Come, let me love
Yet, I'm one of the lucky ones.
Let me give my life to you.
Entire ecosystems are
Let
collapsing.
me drown in your laughter.
How dare you?
Oh my God. Bring it home. It's awesome. Oh my God. Imagine if I'm sitting in Leno's car museum eating Chick-fil-A and she comes walking in. How dare you take
fire
these cars? They all must be donated to the indigenous people. Drained of their fuel. Drained of their oil. Drained of their lubricants. Put down that Chick-fil-A. I'm sorry, Greta. I was hungry. And what are you doing with that IPA? I brought that in. That's not Jay's fault. Jay, leave. I command you to leave. He'd be like, I own this warehouse. I banish you.
Is that a barbecue?
We have brats over there, man. Brats over there, man. Soy-based brats? I think I got pig-based brats. You leave. You go with Gabrielle Union. You stay there.
Banished.
Banished. Bernard. I'm trying to grow my ponytail and make a side hair. You're gone. Out. All of you out. We're going to turn this into a sprout farm.
She rules the roost, man.
You sicken me.
She is the logical successor to Patton.
Oh, could we ever in the room when you guys are auditioning surrogates?
Audition?
Yes. This isn't natural.
She'll sniff out the right one.
Be yourself. Have fun with it.
Woo. All right.
Children are freezing.
Oh, you want to bring two children into this world?
What are you going to do with the other one?
Children are
The
freezing.
other one is just going to freeze for centuries.
They're never going to see their 9th birthday.
What do you want me to do? I don't want a third. Why did you have one?
Oh, my God.
Shit, now I got to have it? Okay.
Let's bring you and Kevin out to Leno's shop. I'll bring the Chick-fil-A.
Kevin can't stand her, though.
Well, that's why this is going to be
It's gonna work.
historic.
Tough love.
We're going to lean against a Duesenberg while we eat the Chick-fil-A, while you talk about having twins. You're going to interview the therapist, the surrogate,
Yeah.
and then she'll lecture us on the climate change and petrochemical companies.
How much
Tough
energy
day.
we're wasting keeping these babies frozen.
Yeah.
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 It's cruel.
Yeah.
Children are freezing.
They are. They're freezing.
They're shivering. I can feel it.
Oh, that was a good mashup, Dawson.
That was
I
really
forgot
good.
about that one. Yes.
Speaking of Duesenberg, do you want to know John Denver's real birth name?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he has like a Schnitzendorf
Yeah,
or something.
I just learned this. Henry Don Deutschendorf.
That's right.
Right.
His father was a pilot.
Junior. There was a senior Henry Deutschendorf.
There's a great micro, the way I heard it, about John Denver.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't know who it's about. It's only revealed at the end.
It's the greatest.
It is. It's really
and
cool.
And that was a Paul Harvey, and
Yes.
now you know the rest of the
Right.
story because John Denver, who never stopped singing about the outdoor life and Rocky Mountains and the simple nature life, died in an experimental aircraft. His real love was flying experimental aircraft, not camping. And if he really was about the songs, he'd still be here because that's not really the same two dudes.
Well, you
you
have
know
to
what I
fly
mean?
through
above
nature.
to see it.
Soaring above
You
the
can't
majesty.
see nature just from one plane. You
Yeah.
got to see it from
Experience
The
nature.
broccoli tops.
Yeah, it was crazy. Into the Bay, like San Francisco, or right around that up north.
Right. Well, keeping the car talk going, Top Gear America is coming to subscription streaming service Motor Trend in the spring of 2020, and the hosts have been announced: Dax Shepard, Rob Corddry, and Jethro Bovingdon. Shepard says cars are his full-time hobby, and the only reason he acts is to buy more cars. Corddry, known for Children's Hospital and Ballers, is self-admittedly less technically profound than his co-stars, but he plans to fake it for as long as possible, he says. And finally, Jethro Bovingdon, if that doesn't sound familiar, he's the co-host of Motor Trend's Head-to-Head and Ignition shows. Joining the trio will be the mysterious Stig. That's an anonymous masked racer from the original who sets time-lapse and never reveals his face. Top Gear America will come to Motor Trend in the spring of 2020.
Is that the show Matt LeBlanc did once?
He did the European version of it, I believe. They did. I mean, it's born in Britain, and they've always tried to export it to the United States, and it's never really worked correctly. I did the pilot for it, I think, 1 million years ago, and
Back in the radio days.
it went on. It was supposed to go on like ABC, and the pilot was good, and then Knight Rider they had brought back, and it failed miserably because who could have ever predicted Knight Rider would fail in the 2006 or 7 or whatever? And because
That was pre-nostalgia, though. I feel like it would work maybe now.
maybe with enough like edibles and nostalgia.
It was prime nostalgia.
Yeah.
Not enough CBD.
So that super stupid car show failed, and then they went, oh, well, we're not picking up any more car shows because their car show failed. That's the way Hollywood works.
Those car shows have so much to do with each other.
I did that. They usually, Rob Corddry's probably the guy. They do want the person that doesn't know that much
The everyman.
about it, so they can make fun of him or explain to him whatever. I know Dax is pretty into bikes and cars, although I probably should have got a phone call for this.
Yeah, you think? I wish I got a call for it. I would have loved it.
You love cars.
I love cars.
Maybe you're the Stig, and we don't know it.
Oh.
That's what
You've
the
said too
anonymous
much.
racer, man.
We should do our own car show. Screw them.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to open my own cell phone company because I don't like the service I'm
Yeah.
getting.
I'm switching to Corolla Wireless.
Yeah, let's
Listen.
make our own. Like, do you know Zona has an antenna? Can we put on Mount Wilson?
What's so hard about making our own car show?
Yeah, I don't know.
You have cars.
produce.
I got cars.
You have the first 8
You have
episodes
cars.
set up in your
Hello?
garage and it's on the street.
And I got the cars you don't.
That's right.
Random shit.
You got random, like, you got the Smoking the Bandit car,
Yes.
right?
The Toyota
Oh, my
Sienna.
God.
What
I got
else?
my Jeep.
Oh, you got like a custom build Jeep, like a SEMA build Jeep.
It's a Rubicon, 2019 Rubicon that I customized to have a vintage vibe, but it's modern. We got the Porsche Targa. Got a Tesla. Got a Ford Ranger pickup.
Season 1, guys.
Yeah.
Got a 62 Corvair convertible.
Oh, my.
Candy apple red with the white interior.
Well, see, I like what you're bringing to the table because the last time I talked to a lady and she was pitching me a show to do with her
It's the greatest moment in podcast history.
was, let's see, Real Housewives
Was it Cup
of
of
New
Jill
York.
with the side
Jill
of Ace?
Zarin. Is it Jill Zarin? And
Yeah.
she's like, the reason we need to do a show together is because you're funny and I'm not funny. And I was like,
Done.
what if I just found someone else who was funny and then it'd be easier
Doubly good.
on me because I wouldn't have to be as funny if they were funny too. And she's like, no, I won't get any of this stuff.
I
And was
still want a Cup of Jill on side of Ace. I still want that in my
like, hot cup of Jill with a side of Ace. Oh, no. Hot Cup of Jill with Ace Over Easy was our morning show.
God.
And
Stop it.
was
That's amazing.
We were pitching it to her, and I don't think she knew we were in a show or out of a show.
She's like, I think there was a lot of, are we doing the show? Is this the show? It was awesome.
Where's Bobby? Her husband's Bobby. And our bit was, where's Bobby now? And she's like, I don't know where Bobby is. I'm like, no, that's the bit. And she's like, well, where is he? And I was like, she was like a...
Oh, my.
She was like a slightly autistic 8-year-old in a horror movie theater alone and really didn't know if this was
Someone's
actually
coming to get her.
happening
Yeah.
or part of her knew she was sitting in a movie theater. The other part of her thought she was in the movie. Just a slightly autistic 8-year-old in a movie theater alone.
I think it was fucking art. It was so next level. Like
It did transcend something
it
at a
was some
certain
Inception
point.
bullshit where like we weren't quite sure what was happening.
She didn't know what was happening.
That's awesome.
It's pretty great.
That much I
Chris, put that
remember.
on Gorilla Classics.
I gotta
Hey, we
go back
played
and
it before,
listen.
but we'll play it again.
Oh yeah,
I listened to that and it made me laugh so goddamn hard. She didn't know where her husband was. It was awesome.
Wasn't her husband sick?
Uh-oh.
Where
Was
is-
her husband
Was it-
sick?
Where's Bobby's at Cedars?
Oh, don't be mean. I don't...
I spent a lot of time there.
Maybe I'm confusing Housewives.
I don't know. Yes, could be. But anyway, you bring wheels to the
Yes.
to the table.
Yes, I bring
which
wheels
I
and
like.
a passion.
And a passion. All right,
Yes.
that's right. Screw those
I
guys.
love driving fast.
Do our own show. Bobby died last year.
God
Oh.
damn it.
This whole thing is
Wait, but wasn't
really
she the
uncomfortable.
one?
Oh, shit.
Was she the housewife with all the controversy over the husband and the faking of the medical records and all that?
Oh.
There was like a whole story. I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago.
I don't watch a show, but that was accounted.
I feel bad.
Maybe.
No, I don't know who it was, but it all sounds about they're now collectively East Coast, West Coast, New Jersey, Atlanta, whatever.
You know where the new one is?
Where?
Salt Lake City.
Oh, my God.
That's the next
All right,
one.
But,
It's one
here's,
family.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
There's now 128 Real Housewives collectively, and if you went, isn't she the one with the husband and falsified records? You just go like, that's all
that's
of
all
that.
of
It
them,
could be
So it's a good
all
Any
of them.
manner of them.
All right, let's do one more.
Isn't
Gina
she the
Grad.
one with the fake eyelashes?
The dye job. So Ford, I don't know if you've heard anything about this, Adam, but Ford has tapped McDonald's to help it turn coffee parts into car parts. So starting this year, Ford is incorporating the coffee bean skin that comes off during the roasting process into the plastic headlamp housing used in some cars. It's asked McDonald's, which doesn't roast its own coffee, to connect it with their supplier. So traditionally, Ford uses plastic and talc to make its headlamp housing, but the coffee version is more sustainable because it's lighter and it doesn't use talc, which as a mineral is not renewable. Coffee chaff, as it's called, on the other hand, is widely available and much of it goes to waste. Eventually, Ford hopes to incorporate the material into more cars and use it for more parts. Coffee chaff.
I like it.
I love this. It's like the apple. People like applesauce or apple juice. They like get all the dried apples to like horse ranchers.
Well, speaking
Right. I
of
love all
that
that stuff.
they do more. I had no idea. Meanwhile, the auto company has been using soy-based foam in its cushions since 2011. It also uses waste from wheat, coconut, tomato, and other plants in its cars in order to help meet some of its sustainability goals, which include using more renewable materials. I mean, tomatoes and coconuts are already in there.
Hold on. Greta's got a comment. It's not enough. How dare you?
This charade.
This is charade. How dare you? I'll take a raft back to Sweden now. It's not enough. The clock is ticking.
Not sad.
The sand through the hourglass.
Days of our lives.
You look at me. So are the days of our lives. Marcia, Will, and Holly on a routine expedition when the greatest earthquake ever known.
Greta's young and restless.
High on the rapids, it shook their tiny raft and sent them down 1,000 feet below
Yeah.
to the land of the lost. That's where we'll be living, amongst dinosaurs and slee stacks.
I like Adam as Greta.
I
It's
do
like
too.
a whole new person just comes out of you
Yes.
that
It's
I didn't
really
even
good.
know was possible.
I like her.
I mean,
I might bring that home.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
That's real good.
This would be a segment on Jill and Ace.
Ace over easy.
Ace over easy.
Yeah, hot cup of Jill. Yeah. Well, there's a high probability that I'm going to be, when I walk into my son's room tonight, he will be playing a video game and eating a Big Mac, and I can then launch right into
Greta.
Greta has some thoughts.
has a
sweet
lot
spot.
of thoughts about that.
you're
All right.
eating horse hoofs and donkey balls.
All right, one more, Gina Grab.
Oh, right. So monkeys in India apparently can't tell a tiger from a dog made to look like a tiger, and that's a great thing for farmers. So there's this one farmer that said he's been able to protect his coffee
Keep the
crop.
monkeys away.
Exactly,
How
from the
long
monkeys.
before PETA gets involved with
Oh,
this?
they better stay away because
They're
this is
on
brilliant.
it. They'll be on it.
They painted his pet dog, and I think we have pictures. Bulbul, that's the dog with black stripes. The coffee farmer says he takes his dog to the field twice a day and has seen all the monkeys running away. They stay out of sight the second they see the dog.
No way.
Bulbul's stripes were painted on using hair dye after stuffed animal tigers failed to do the trick because they didn't move and nobody bought it. Apparently, other farmers in the village are now copying this farmer and painting their dogs to look like tigers, and it's working to keep
If
the monkeys
they tried
away.
this in Berkeley, they'd be shut down. Like there'd be women
Yeah,
chaining
they'd be
themselves to
bombed,
the
yeah.
farmer's fence.
Wow.
This reminds me
hair
of
dye.
Dawson's favorite movie where they painted a tiger, right?
It's the Beastmaster?
Beastmaster.
Oh, isn't that
They paint the tiger?
They
Dawson,
painted
isn't
the
it?
tiger in
So I know
Beastmaster.
there was a black tiger.
Yeah, he didn't start off that
By
way.
cunning.
Yes, they painted. I believe the story is they painted the tiger back when you could do any. You're making a movie. It's an animal. Do whatever you want with it.
They painted the tiger black
Yeah.
for the movie.
For the movie.
Oh, I thought it was a
Yeah.
part that was integral to the plot. I was going to kill myself with
oh,
Kodo and Podo.
Oh no, you know the plot. I'm saying behind the scenes.
Aha.
Although, I wonder if that tiger now in the new woke culture could get busted for black fur.
Oh, recently surfaced photos.
Right.
Unearthed.
from Beastmaster. Yeah, was that tiger? It was black. What was it? I think they painted it black. I think was the deal.
God forbid he run for Tiger
The
Congress.
tigers could revolt.
This is what we're talking about, the husk from the coffee bean and what's left after they grind the apple down and they feed it to the horse. This is all that for me. You paint the dog walks around, scares the monkeys away, whatever. I love that part of life.
Dog's
Solutions.
happy?
Smart solutions. And by the way, speaking of politics, this farmer, I'd like him coming out to L.A., see if we could run things in L.A.
make
around
some
here, because
changes.
he'd figure that stuff out. All right. Figure it out, Maxipata. Did they paint it? Is that how the story goes?
Yeah, Dar's black tiger is actually a regular striped tiger dyed black.
There you go.
We are doomed.
It's Greta's dad.
Wow.
They took a tiger and they painted it black.
Couldn't you get a puma?
Really nice job.
I don't know. All right.
Is that the Santa Susana Pass? Is that where all that stuff was filmed?
It was all everything took place on Mars was
Yep.
at Vasquez Rocks.
There is a rumor going around because the tiger died 2 years after from skin cancer. And
Stop it. No way.
Maybe PETA has a point.
Wow.
But as Dawson would say, it was worth it.
Yeah, we got
one of the greatest
Beastmaster.
cinematic triumphs ever, Beastmaster.
So,
all right, did we bring it home?
We'll do it now. I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news.
I got my own shit.
That was the news with Gina Grad.